record my sessions. Also, the new Minecraft update looks fucking lit. Yeah, clips and caves. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't know what the fuck that is. Mmm. I see. Maybe I'll do that. But yes. Okay. We're ending at 5. So. Wait, sorry. What's up, baby? I can't hear you. I'm playing. Oh, okay. Sorry. Ah, it was bop D&D. Let me pull up some. Do I have everything I need to pull up? I think I do. I think I do. Well, I have essays. I have essays mostly. You're chilling, Scott. Yeah, I think I have essays, and I think I have like a quiz due today, and then I think I might have a test next week. But yeah. Also, my capstone is going. I have decided with my fucking mentor that if I want to pursue making being the D&D writer shit, he says that I should just start working on my capstone now, and that I shouldn't focus on a portfolio. I should just focus on this because the content will be more than enough. I'm gonna make a module on Totem, specifically Feynera, I think, just because. Yeah, the second continent is a lot more well developed than the continent you guys are on. Sorry. Uh, but yeah, I'm starting on all that shit. Okay, no, that's not included in the book. I don't think I want to write down the phrase Danielis X-Bang. I don't. Oh, fucking. Cook organs. Yeah, so is everybody's characters. B. No, I did not. What is the name? Dargoth. Okay, cool. Let me pull that shit up. He did. He did in fact show up. In a thing. Uh, no, it's a one shot that I ran at the house I'm currently in, which is like it was a horror themed one shot. Basically Dargoth, Sheg, hold on, Dargoth, Sheg, Taliaferro, and what the fuck is his name? Oh, I forgot him. Hold on. The fucking Duragar that you guys saved from a while back. Yeah, they all went basically. You know how like you so you basically the Underdark connects to everywhere because it's like underneath the world. So they went all the way to a different continent. And then they popped up in the middle of the nowhere. And they're like, oh shit, wrong place. And they saved some people, and now they're just fucking searching around. Yes, he's taking a shit. Be quick. Okay, do that. Do that and zoom. Babe, do you want to move the bed further that way? Do you want to move the bed further that way so you can like sit down? You sure? Okay. I am just speaking to myself. This is how it do. Yeah, it has. Haven't felt the need to change it. I mean, I might change it to something along the lines of like fucking DM, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. Oh, second. Yes, I did. I think that was the first thing I changed. Let me double check. Wish. We also lost a spell slot permanently. Okay, let's see. Da 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 da. Yeah, it was just it was. Yeah, well, no, you just don't have that spell slot anymore. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. Hold on, I need to look at this. Halfling luck. Okay, cool, 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 cool. What is that? Is that fucking Dre? Hey, sick. All right, now we're waiting for Waddles to take a shit. God damn it. He said he was gonna follow in your lead and take a shit as well. God fucking son of a bitch. Okay. Da 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 da. Where's? I'm sorry. I'm just checking to see if your spell slots. Because originally you had five. Uh, you had five second level spell slots, correct? Okay. So I just changed it. So now you should permanently have four. Yeah. Yep. B. You're assuming that it's all over. Oh yeah, just the immediate breakup wasn't that bad. Like the initial breakup wasn't bad, but you're dealing with like a fucking crazy ass ex that like may like continually come back and like murder. Lamau. That 3 levels. Hold on, 3 levels is a lot. It definitely fucking would. Oh my god, where's Waddles? Because I want to do the fucking recap with Waddles here because he wasn't here last session. Oh, bitch. Hurry, yeah, hurry up your shit. Ah, hurry your shit up. No. Go ahead. Yeah, you guys do in fact have a sanity score. Yes, all of you have a sanity score. It has been changed accordingly based on how many times you've died. As well as how much time you've spent meditating and stuff. So I think it's on your character sheet. It's another ability check. It's another ability score. I believe Dobio has. I think Dobio, you're at like 13 sanity, which is pretty high. I think Scar is at the most because Scar. Ah, hey, there you are. Cool. Turn on your fucking camera. Iggy doesn't need to make sanity rolls. Hold on. I can't hear you, baby.
Why would you look at me and not take your headphones out?
They're gonna show me something. Don't they scream at me? Jesus.
There's a 911 operator job open, and it's $33 an hour.
Yeah, because you're gonna be 24 hours set. 24 hours ago. If you want your friend. All right. Anyway, most everyone has a sanity score. I did the fucking math on it, but basically you guys all started at 10, and then based on your mental scores, it increases by a very tiny amount, by +1. Every time you dive, it decreases by 1, and then if you spend a lot of time meditating, it increases by 1, and other stuff like that. So yes, Alton does have the highest because I think Alton has really high mental scores, And then in addition to that, yeah, so he got the bonuses from intelligence, wisdom, and then he also spent a lot of time not adventuring, which helps sanity. So sanity scores are only really made when you guys are coming back from death, but other stuff too. Uh, well, there's always been insanity mechanics. But yeah, now there is. Okay, are we fucking ready to play Dungeons and Dragons? Well, all right. So, last we left off, the Sweeter Things had managed, or had just fucked around and had a bunch of fun at the Harrowing Festival. During this time, there were a few things that you guys were able to find out and note. Number one was this strange hooded figure with sort of metal shackles approached Alton and Dravik as they were on their way home from Sweeter Things, or on their way home to Sweeter Things. Upon realizing that it might be a danger as they spoke about basically revolution, they decided to go back to the party. In doing so, you guys had a brief discussion about what this meant, decided to all reconvene back at the Sweeter Things to discuss what was going on. From there, you guys were able to ascertain that this figure was part of the group called the Unshackled, people that came from the continent of Feanera that believed in the death of archmages and magocracies. It was believed that they probably wanted to kill some of the nobles. Supposedly, one of the Silvertons was supposed to come down during the second night or second day to sort of just make an appearance, and this is when they assumedly would attack. You guys had briefly discussed some plans. It was mostly just panic and saying that we should do something, but never saying what they should do. But regardless, discussions were had, and Lucius had come clean about his relationship with the Traveler and how he felt that it was no longer necessary due to the sheer amount of power and companionship that the Sweeter Things provided, and how it essentially solved one of the or resolved some of the largest problems that Lucius had throughout his life. In doing so, with a sort of rush of bravery, he decided to end his pact with the Traveler, ending surprisingly without anything horrible happening. Um, that you know of. No, you left for the second half of the session. Yeah. And Abigus wasn't here at all. So, during this time, when you guys were um heading back to Sweeter Things, you guys once again noticed that Dobio had went missing. Dobio, we'll go ahead and start with you again. Yep, you went missing again. So, mm-hmm. Yes, it was. Hold on. Yes, it is called the Harrowing Event Calendar. You had done the day one, which was just the tug of war, and now we did it, so you only have 100 people left in the tug of war. Oh yeah, it does. But anywho, Dobio, as you are going to sort of move on with your friends to head to the Sweeter Things, once again you sort of just blink and you find yourself pushed into the same empty, dusty tavern. This time, the same large, like, just extremely tall sort of individual with heavy footsteps. The Plague Doctor mask is now sitting at a table. He appears to have some kind of parchment in front of him with a ink quill and just appears to be writing. You cannot. He still has the Plague Doctor mask on. No, he's sitting down at a table with the Plague Doctor mask on, and he has a piece of parchment on the table with an inkwell. Oh, no. He sort of just gestures with his hand. Please sit down. You sit down in front of him. He sort of just he doesn't really look up. He's mostly just like writing. I Are you asking him that? Okay. This might be a little bit. Do you want a drink? Anything that you would need. A surprising. That is a surprising show of caution that I was not expecting. He continues to write. Your brother, Lomeo. It is your brother, right? Not your father? Right. Blood ties get. I don't. You're tied by blood. I don't see the importance of where on the timeline. It all melds together. So, brother, that is correct? Mm, no, I do not eat. Regardless, your. I observe. It's easier if you speak it. I could just observe and learn, but I prefer if it's done verbally. It makes my job easier. You don't have to. And he sort of just he kind of just pauses for a second. Reality is a subjective term. Just think of me as a dream, and that'll work for this. Whether or not I am real does not matter. What matters is that you're here and that you speak and answer some questions. You don't have to, it just makes my job easier. Go ahead and try. You look around, there is no door, and as you look back, all the tables are gone except for the table you're at. And as you look to see where the staircase was, you look back and the room has shrunk, so it's now a claustrophobic 10-foot by 10-foot room where it's just you and him surrounded by these walls. Would you prefer a larger room? Wood. Just simple wood. You watch as you blink once more, and now you're hit by the blowing sounds of winds, as you're now sitting at a stone table on top of a large snow-capped mountain. Snow sort of beginning to trail down and land on your shoulders. That is a familiar sight of the high mountains, your homeland. And you can see it's untouched as you look at the wide sort of mountainscape before you. Is that's good, positive. You see him just note something. Your brother. No, it's okay. Your brother. Your brother. Are you aware how to put this? Does he worship any gods? He sort of sighs. He sort of sighs, puts the paper down, sort of just clasps his hands together, and just looks at you. And for a minute, he's silent and just observing you intensely. before he picks it up and says, "No gods worshipped." Right. Has your brother interfered with time? Your connection by blood makes it easier to gain information about your family. It's harder to get a conversation with your brother. Besides, he doesn't. That's fair. The plus, you don't. Uh, he doesn't have the same connection to the weave as you do. You pull more threads. The weave. The weave. Sort of just like does a brief sigh. Do you know who Kelphathon is? What do you recall anything specific from him? That it is the really old guy. Yes, he was. Hmm. He's just observing for a moment before sort of writing down a few more things. Say that again? That I don't think so. That was one of the other grade 8. You see him as he turns back a few pages, and as he turns the parchment, you watch as thousands of pages just turn over. No, that was and he goes and it watches it like hundreds of thousands of pages sort of move forward again. That's too far. Okay. Well, I think that's all the questions I have. I still need you here for a little bit longer. And he just sets it down and he just looks at you. And this continues for about 20 to 30 minutes. If you want to do anything during this time where he's just looking at you. Sure, sure. You like do one of these unflinching. I'm not dead. After about 20 minutes of just like this guy looking at you, there's finally the ability where you blink and you're back in that dusty tavern where it's just. He picks up his paper and parchment and he sort of just writes a few things down and he sort of just gestures his hand behind you. You're welcome to leave if you want. That's fair. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay as long as you desire. Watch him shift his position, no longer paying attention to you, and just begins writing. From looking around, there's again that empty barkeep with nothing behind it, just empty wooden shelves, wooden stools. There's maybe a handful of other tables, but everything is just dusty, empty. wooden tables. There's behind you immediately. You can see there now is a door. But other than that is just walls. Everything is made of wood. Just the typical. Make a nature check, Dobio. You are proficient in nature. Nice. This looks like wood on a tree that's been turned into a plank. And he just writes. And he can you read what he's okay, so as you try and glance over at the words, I need you to make a sanity saving throw. It has. It's the seventh ability. It's just always been there. I added it like a few sessions ago. Anyway, so Dobio, as you look over, immediately it's your mind cannot comprehend it, and it's strange. You watch as it looks like all the letters of all the alphabets you have known have mashed together and sort of created this layered effect that sort of goes beyond the scope of 2D, that extends into infinity on this single piece of parchment. As you're looking at it, it's almost like the words begin, the single letter begins to pop out and turn into phrases and memories and senses, and then strange feelings, and then complex. Like at first it's like a smell, like it's a basic sight, then it's touch, then it's smell, then it's the feeling of nostalgia, then it's all these other complicated sort of feelings that you would not get and are not easily defined. And as it goes through, your mind cannot understand it completely, and you find yourself incapable of making coherent speech for the next 9 minutes. After and for the next 9 minutes, your mind is completely overwhelmed by what you saw because it completely defied any and all conventions of grammar and how language should function. And you're just like, and your mind's just almost broken. You cannot speak anymore for the next 9 minutes. You just every time you try and speak, it just you're so confused at what words mean that it just comes out as an incoherent babble. For a brief moment, he glances up as you have this moment where you just look at it for a second and sort of get taken aback, and he just looks back down and continues writing. Yeah, it's just you still have it's like that weird it's just as if you studied too hard or whatever. Like you can still walk around and do normal things. It's just you can't make words. They just don't come out. Your ability to converse and be literate has just for some reason plummeted, as it has some strange effect on your mind. Yeah. It comes out as an incoherent babble. He can you can think of I'm going to say the word hello, and it just comes out as sure. You spend you So you just nonstop start just babbling and trying and just speaking nonsense. He doesn't seem phased. He just continues writing. And after 10 minutes, you finally are able to or after 9 minutes, you're able to finally grasp literacy again, and your mind overcomes whatever that was, and you feel you can speak once more. He sort of pauses for a second. I guess book is one way to describe it. I will not. He said, I will not. Yeah, in response to, I hope you enjoy it. I will leave. And so he responded with, I will not. And as you turn and open the door, you guys hear, all of you in the Sweeter Things, hear a door, and coming out from the hallway is Dobio. Yep. And Dobio just comes out of one of the hallways and is now in the Sweeter Things. Oh, I don't know where I don't know where Dobio's token is. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Oh shit. Never. He's not supposed to be there. He's let me fucking move you. Yeah, Dobio just appeared basically out of this in out of ironically he came out of the bathroom door and then just came in through the dining like the main area. No. You look back, there's one door that leads into the bathroom. You seem to have walked out that door as if walking out of the bathroom. Could be. Does Lucius or Ek have anything to comment about what Dobio said, or just like, eh? Agatat or Lucius, what's your passive perception? Is it higher than Agatat's? Oh, okay. Yeah, 22 and 23. Okay, so both you guys very briefly hear a rushing of wind and the closing of a door from upstairs. And that is all. No, while you're talking. But it's very faint. It could be someone just slamming a door, but uh Alton is upstairs as well as Richter. Yeah. There yeah, and then so it's Alton, Harfield, Richter, Race Bar. No. Harfield stays home. But anyway, are you guys Oh, Agatat, Lucius is asking you a question. So Lucius, what were you saying? Agatat. All right. Okay. So you guys, both of you make an investigation check for me. Are you going into Abacus's rooms? Okay. Abacus, you guys know that Abacus has windows in his study. So okay. Alrighty. So you guys spend that time basically just closing windows and all that. Richter is not in his room, and as you guys go throughout the entirety of the house, Richter isn't in the house. Uh, make an investigation check for me. 15. You spend some time looking around trying to figure out where everything is, and he has his training dummy like sort of in the corner. It looks like he was training on it, like punching it or slashing it, but nothing has really happened since then. Window is not jar, nothing is open, there's no notes, there's nothing, didn't look like he was sleeping. You know that he does have his bag of requirement, and he could have poofed into his existence, like his little existence hole or little pocket dimension, but usually he says, and you're not sure if you remember if he's attuned to that or not. He may or may not be, but there's no telling where he went. Usually he tells you guys. You're sending him? Okay, roll a d100 for me. I don't remember. Okay. What do you say to him? Okay. Responds, uh, went to get food in a tavern? Weird guy asking about Tadriel. No idea where I am. Might be back. I'll try to kill. Yes. W, did you say that you were in a tavern? Yeah. Make a religion check. Agatat. Are any of your favorite enemies fiends or Wait, no, this is about celestials. Make a religion check. I don't. Celestials is not one of your favorite enemies. Yes, Abacus. At this point, I'd say Abacus is heading home with Daisy because you know that no, it's okay. Okay. You know that during the night, Agatai, you have no idea. During the night, you know that the Herring Festival takes a sharp, like, right 180, and it becomes basically like a fucking music festival, and like it gets a lot more crowded, and people just get drunk, and like it's a huge, whole different ball game, which usually is not your ideal crowd. So you usually go home, as well as most of the guilds pack up. The only guild that like really shines is the Brewers Guild. because that's when people just get drunk, have fun. And Bard's College. Bard's College, that's when they like go out and they just play music, and just set the tone. So it takes a complete 180. So usually at this point you're heading home. It usually takes place at sunset when kids have left, basically. Okay. All right. Do you give anyone a time frame? Okay. Good to know. That means you'll have to leave Sweeter Things at like, yeah, 10 or earlier. Probably like 9. But yeah. Okay. Cool. Got it. All right. But you start heading back as well as the Winter family or the Winter clan. Uh, yes, go ahead. Oh, cool. All of that. Well, it's because fucking Cupcake's huge. B. In the previous picture, it looked a little bit like he had a thong. Okay, but anyway, the Winter clan will ask, "Do you mind if we could stay at the Sweeter Things? I don't know where." All right, wonderful. And they will walk back with you. During this time, Dravik, what do you want to accomplish during your walk? Or if anything, if you just want to have a moment to just fucking like be out there. Okay. Uh, Megan and make a perception or investigation. I'd say either or. So whichever you decide to be. Perception. Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Okay, it's only 4. So as you're spending time, just basically walking around, just trying to find individuals that look similar to this, or look in the same sort of cloaked fashion, um, you do not find anyone of that nature. You see a few cloaked figures in alleyways, and as you begin to approach, you see sort of the transferring of like sort of 2 sort of leather pouches, one with a metallic jingle, the other with sort of a thicker sort of use, and you're like, ah, that's drugs. And as you sort of come through, they quickly sort of depart ways, and you're like, okay, not the same. But you don't find anyone that holds that same resemblance, that same foreign human look that is not from this place, almost like a European sort of kind of look. That's a very broad term because Europe is a very diverse and large place, but Europe. Okay, make a perception check. Hold on, I need to do a thing. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yes. Let me fucking find this document that I have. Shit. What'd you roll? Just because I can't see the chat right now, I'm looking for something. Oh, fucking shit. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Where is it? It's okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on. It's fine. Where's the? Okay, it's fine. So as you're walking through, you start tailing this individual fairly well. And there's a few times where they sort of look back and see, and you can see that it's sort of this like ragged-looking individual, sort of wearing this dark brown cloak, and they start to like try and weave through alleyways to try and like catch you, like to try and basically lose you, but you're able to sort of catch up and get, and you're basically following this. What was that? Uh, he was wearing a trench coat. The guy that you talking about was wearing a trench coat, sort of large, sort of like 7'4", 7'5", heavy footfalls, sort of mechanical hands, and with a sort of plague doctor's mask. But yeah, anywho, but yeah, as you continue sort of following this individual, you sort of turn a corner and you sort of glance around. You can see that you see out of the corner of your eye, you see the glint of a dagger, and you see him sort of pressed up against the wall, sort of poorly trying to hide. He's basically just around the next corner. You can see him getting ready with a dagger to probably jump you if you were to continue to follow him. Do you say this out loud? Okay. They do not move. He, there's there's like a moment of like pause. Maybe a persuasion check or intimidation, your choice. Okay. Very, very slowly sort of puts the dagger away. You see this individual sort of step out. You can see that with the trench coat on, you can now see them facing you. You can see that they have like deep eye bags. It looks like their lips are almost cracked and purple on the inside, like an unnatural purple. They're just a human individual. They look older. They have sort of this patchy beard. You can see they're wearing like old leather armor, and you can see like he put the dagger away. Why are you looking to buy? Yeah. So at this point, you guys, there's no one around you guys. You guys it's pretty much dark out. You guys are pretty far off the beaten path in like an alleyway. Okay, like guarded. What do you want? I'm a merchant. Merchant. I ain't snitching on nobody. And he like has his hand on the dagger. I don't know who you are, but I ain't gonna snitch on nobody. Make an intimidation check. You watch him like very briefly, like as he like holds, he's like, "All right, what do you want? All right, you want sooth salts? I can give you sooth salts. I can't snitch on nobody, man. They'll fucking kill me, dude. Okay, alright, no disrespect given, no disrespect given, okay, it's just like it's just a little more delicate, people that I tend to run my crowd with, they're a little more personal, they kind of, I got, ain't no rest for the wicked. I got a wife and kids, and they know that. I say you don't, so I'm more concerned about snitching. No offense, you can kill me right now, and that'll be okay, at least a little bit. But it'll be a little fucking different if I snitch out to some of my friends. All right. And he's sort of like glancing around the corner. And he watches. He just turns and fucking runs. And he just starts dashing around the corner. And he's just like, and he just starts fucking running. Yeah. He immediately sort of turns around a corner. And he's trying to just basically like try and circumvent you. Okay, with the broom, you can just move up and then see him moving through the alleyways, and then you just he's like, ha, yeah, shit, and you see him like immediately pull out a dagger as he turns it out, like fumbles through his hands and like it falls to the ground. He like quickly grabs it. He's like, okay. I didn't know you were one of the fucking Silvertons or some shit. All right, okay. All right. What do you want? Okay, you want information? I'll give you information. What do you need to know? You need to know where to find some fucking people. Okay, that's what you need to find. I just really appreciate it, man. Alright, alright, okay. Alright, okay, alright. Okay. Um, so all I know is I get my shit, alright, from this fucking is this crazy fucking looking guy, alright? He fucking he told me like meet me in this fucking like abandoned warehouse, alright? I go there and I have some gold ready and that's it from my make from previous payments and shit. And then fucking water drips from the ceiling and then this boom, this guy fucking appears and he gives me shit and then I give him what I made and then he gives me a cut, alright? That's all I fucking know, alright? I don't follow anybody, alright? Those red murderers or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't mess with that shit. All right, I just sell. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. All right, so they just supply me. I sell it. That's all. Yeah, whatever. And you see him like fuck, fuck, and you see him take out these purple crystals like and from a small pouch, and you see him rubbing it on his lips, and there's a brief like flash of energy, and you watch his like, yeah, the crimson, and you see him, yeah, the Crimson Killers. They come around. They run this place. His entire, I don't fuck with them. No, and you watch as his entire demeanor changes as he takes whatever drug this was. Those are soothe salts. They help expand your mind. Listen, these Crimson Killers, they're just they ain't ones to fuck with. They run this city, all right. They give me the drugs to sell. I make sure that they're good, and I sell them. I get a cut of that, and we have a mutual beneficial relationship. That's all. All right. I go to this warehouse. It's on the northern end. All right. It's fucking abandoned. I just go there. Dead of night. They just meet me there. All right. Usually they give me a drop time. I don't think you want to be there the next drop time because they might fucking kill you. I don't know. They're strong and shit. Okay, whatever. You might not die. All right. You look fucking like well put together, but still, they're fucking dangerous, right? The guy drops from the ceiling made of fucking water and then just appears and shit. So I don't know how you. No, ceiling ain't made of fucking water. Just water starts dripping from the goddamn ceiling, and then next thing I know, the water drips down and forms into this fucking person. It looks like a goddamn fish. I love you too.